Welcome back, folks, to ESA Winter 21. We're raising money for Alzheimer Funding. Links to donate can be found below the stream. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Koei Tecmo Europe, Twitch, and ViewSonic for sponsoring the event. Now it's time for Zic running Spyro Reignited 2. We're charging forward after Luigi's Mansion. Take it away, Zic.
Okay, thank you. All right. This is Spyro Reignited Trilogy, the remake of the original Spyro trilogy in the PlayStation. I'm going to be doing Spyro 2. I'm joined today by my good friend Nost on commentary. Would you like to say hi?
Yo. Hello, everyone. I'll be with you all a little bit later as well for Spyro Reignited Trilogy 3, but I'm taking a back seat for the time being, leaving it all to Zic to show you all Ripto's Rage and Reignite Trilogy today.
All right, so let's just get started here. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. So yes, we are playing Spyro 2. This is the any percent no level storage category, which is the rename of 40 orb. So
I believe it's 40 orb. I think they've got 40 orb on the screen.
So just ignore everything I say. 40 orb.
But basically the whole idea with this category is it's very much your game intended way of essentially getting an any percent completion. So what you're going to be seeing Zic do is going through each of the levels, collecting all the talismans to progress to the final homeworld, and collecting 40 orbs as that is the final requirement to not skip past the Ripto trigger. So you're going to be going into the Ripto trigger like usual. But first of all, what Zic's going to be doing is going to be collecting. He's going to actually go straight into the first orb minigame in a very short moment, where he has to flame a few of these enemies to basically... Oh, he's getting the early scratch. Nice one there. He's flaming through these enemies because a lot of these... you'll see these like spirit gates essentially throughout a lot of the levels, where to get through them, you have to... Or to get them activated, you have to... Zic is going to have to flame, obviously in this level, he's going to have to kill 10 enemies to get to 10 souls to get to that portal. We'll be seeing a little bit more stuff later with some little bit of soul dupe manipulation in some of the later levels. But that is the first orb minigame done. Isn't that right, Zic? That's the first one done?
1 of 40.
Yep, and you've got another one coming up later. So the whole idea with the orbs in this level, or in this game, is basically you want to try and do the quickest orbs as you can. Obviously, try and save as much real time, or if you're playing on PC, you'll be trying to save loadless, or if you're playing on console, you'll be saving in-game time, which is actually really, really interesting because with loadless and in-game time comparisons, some of the routing is actually a little bit different, purely because on console, some tricks like wall glides, for example, aren't that easy to do or aren't available to do. And also, I believe there are certain mini games that manipulate the in-game time just that little bit. For example, I believe it's hockey in Colossus. We'll be seeing a little bit later, but Zic's not going to be doing hockey. He's going to be replacing all of that with Cloud Temples later because he's got some absolutely magical... Oh, I like hockey though. I miss it. And there we go. After the first talisman got, that is Zic straight into Summer Forest, which is the first homeworld from Glimmer. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of the orb things are really cool, like Hans was saying. We're going to be doing a lot of skips and stuff. Skipping a lot of the power-ups you need early, especially in Summer Forest. A lot of like the orbs that need climb power-ups. We're going to be doing some nice movement to kind of avoid buying that climb for now. Just to avoid a little bit of backtracking.
What's nice though is that as much as obviously say to avoid backtracking, you still have like a little bit of it, which you'll be doing a little bit later, but it's not a massive load where it's like, you don't have to go back to like, it's not like the completionist categories where you have to basically go back to get certain gems, etc, etc. It's more like you go back to Summer Forest just to pick up like an orb or 2 orbs even, purely because you need swim and climb to get them, basically. Yeah, and that we'll be seeing that at the end of Hub 2. We'll be going back to Summer Forest. But this is Idle Springs. Idle Springs also has, you'll be seeing he's killing a few of these enemies because you'll need to get 8 souls to open up the supercharged gate. Yeah, that's right. Cool.
Did the swag Zoe skip there.
Hey,
nice. I don't know if that saves time.
It's swag, it's fine. Actually, Wait, if it's the... Hold on, which Zoe skip is it? Was this the one towards the end of the level?
No, I'm skipping both.
Oh, you skipping both? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know that the first one... Oh, wait, no, you did skip the first one. I just missed that. The first one is harder to skip than the second one. The second one, you kind of just need to keep quite close to the like the cauldron thing. Like on the side of the wall.
Yeah.
And then straight away to the end of the level. But then from that, you're going to be going to the supercharged minigame, because that's a nice quick orb. It's a shame don't do the puzzles. Shame don't do the puzzles in this.
Oh, love balls. We love fish.
Yeah, definitely wanna rely on the game's RNG to get through fish. Definitely not free time loss for this category if that's the case.
Oh, Sparks. Oh, there's a 5 gem there, and he didn't stretch out his grubby little hands and grab it.
It's like the one time we want him to be hungry to get gems, and he's like, nope.
Nope. Just ignored it. Yeah, you'll notice we are a nice red Spyro right now, because it is Valentine's Day. Love, hearts, and red and stuff.
Yeah. And
I thought it was fitting.
And I'll be opting for pink Spyro a little bit later today, folks. If everyone's up for it. We're going with a theme here.
Oh, I got my coins out. I have 3 fodder. So something. I'm counting my fodder using coins.
Oh wow. This is new. I love these new strats that we've got here. People are starting to use like hardware to actually help them with the run now. So Zic's got these coins to count fodder, and I know in SRT3 we've got this thing called like we actually can use a metronome to time one of the side characters' cycles. It's so hilarious.
I just have a really bad memory, and I'll get like to Hurricos and be like, I don't know what I did for the last 10 minutes.
If there's anything that you can use for gulp later on that uses like, I don't know, like an hourglass or something like that, that would be dope.
That'd be pretty sweet.
The time whenever the pterodactyls are coming in next. So next up is Colossus. Colossus is quite nice because we've got a few skips to get straight to the end of the level here. So first of all, Zic's going to be utilizing a little bit of perfect hovering to get on the top of the idol, and then doing a tiny little wall glide to get to this top section. And then with a nice little perfect hover up the top here, that's more of a charge jump. It's quite a nice charge jump to a hover there. Gets him right to the end section here without needing any souls to get the spring power up to get to this section. And then with that, he's got the 3rd talisman down. Already 3 talismans in.
Yeah, but we are going to get the soul gate here because we need to do the blame the statues minigame for the orb, and that requires us to get the bounce up to here. But we do the talisman first because the Yeti does have soul, and it is ours now. So here we are in the flame the statues. We have to flame 10 of these evil statues to get an orb. Now this isn't the fastest orb you'll ever see, but you get like an insane amount of gems while doing this, which is kind of another thing you keep in mind when running categories like this. Is like sometimes the fastest option, there could be a better option just because you get to do other things while you do it.
It's having a fair balance as well between having to pick up gems for the first gem requirement and then obviously balancing it with whatever minigames you can do to get in, to get the orbs nice and quick. Something that's nice and en route, because obviously the first gem requirement you'll be doing will be swim, right? We're not doing swimless here.
Right outside of this. Unfortunately, there's a lot of good orbs that require swim.
Yeah, that'll be within Aquaria Towers, right? That's the thing, because like there's 2 really lovely orbs in Aquaria Towers that you need just because of swim. However, I know a lot of 2 runners like to experiment a little bit with swimless, and I think climbeless is another thing I like to experiment with as well recently. But oh boy, that's big boy strats right there.
So as Nas said, coming out of Colossus here, we need to buy our first power up, which will be the swim power up for moneybags here. Unlike in Spyro 3, we have to purchase all our power-ups. So there is our first power-up, and we will go over here and do this orb challenge from this lovely character, Hunter.
Oh, this minigame, I don't even know whether to call it a minigame. It's a tutorial, basically, isn't it?
It is. With a text box that doesn't work. There it goes.
Yeah, there's always this second section where his trigger loads up, like, significantly late, and then this 3rd one is like extremely early, and then you go straight for the 4th one.
doesn't work. But there we go.
And right from that,
it's
could be diving down right over to. You're heading on the Hurricos next, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah, what's interesting is like you get like the first 10 orbs of this run really quickly, and then it kind of slows its pace a bit in Autumn Plains because we have a lot of levels to get through.
Yeah.
And then Winter Tundra, we're going to the moon.
Yeah. Hurricos now, what Zic's going into is a very nice level. He's going to basically skip to the end of level as quick as he can because it's the nice thing to do. You know, you could just do 2 skips. He's just massively skip through like mini game here. He's practically at the end of an orb mini game already, essentially. Switching off this button and then just getting a free orb essentially. And the funny thing is with this mini game is there is like 2 sections to it. Zic's just done the second half, so now he's just easily set up to get the first orb, which he's now practically en route to getting now. And then right afterwards, he'll be heading over to the end of level to get the talisman. And there's like this nice little camera trick, which if you kind of angle Spyro in the camera to like a very specific point over to the electric gate, the gate just sort of disappears. It's a magic trick, right, Zic? Is this a magic trick? It's not hacks, it's a magic trick.
I promise, if this looks hard, it's not.
Really not.
It is
Yeah,
easy as it looks.
Yeah.
You walk into the door and it just turns off.
Because what you're meant to do is collect a load of diodes that allows you to unlock those doors throughout the level. But yeah, just forget diodes. Just angle camera magic.
I
Video
enjoy
game.
it in most of these levels. There's like an intended thing to do, like free the little dudes from the gear grinders, or in the next level, Sunny Beach, escort the little turtle dudes to the end, and we just ignore like all of it.
Yeah.
And we get to the end, and they're like, I guess you tried. Here's a talisman. Sunny Beach is, personally, I would say, unironically, one of the hardest levels of the run.
I agree with you. I know a lot of runners, including yourself and I, have struggled with this level purely because of just what it is, I believe. Just like the amount of this platforming, swim. You've got like a bit of an obnoxious mini game coming up, and then you've got Turtle Soup, and then you have to carry on with the box mini game.
It's a lot of execution, a lot of movement. There's not a lot of RNG here other than like where the enemies are.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just based on you moving fast and doing all these hovers.
I guess this is kind of what's a nice test of the section of this part in 40 orb. Oh, you went for the double. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You went for the double flame there. So you may not have noticed it, but there was one little brief moment where Zic was able to kill one of the enemies like instantaneously by extending his flame length, where actually he did a double flame, which you can do by immediately rolling and then immediately jumping and flaming at the same time. So you don't even get the full roll animation. It just looks like you do like a sidestep and a jump, and then you execute another flame. Really, really cool, really intricate.
Ooh, okay, that starfish
Oh,
kind of wanted to die.
got going in the
Alright.
way, yeah.
So I'm at 7 fodder right now. So the whole thing with fodder is like, I'm trying to get myself, every 10th fodder you get in this game for a heal and sparks, you get a 1-up and a full heal. So I'm trying to set it up that I get that 10th heal during the Crush boss fight, so I can tank all of his hits. We can get into that when we get there, but that's just why I'm keeping such a tight count on how many small animals I've
That's
destroyed.
why he's got his coins beside him, counting
My
out
coins,
the
my
cash.
All right. Okay, I hovered too early. All right, that's okay.
So
This
that's
is
another
a tough
thing,
jump.
folks. The way that the hover is programmed within this game, because hover is an SRT2 and SRT3 exclusive. It's not in SRT1. Basically, if you have a fair enough glide that's at least, I believe, half a second long, you can then execute a hover. If you don't get that length, as you saw Zic did, it just cancels your glide completely. Which is why using the triangle button or attempting to hover in a flight in Spyro 1 will probably kill your run. That's why I never
Every
press
time-
triangle in Spyro 1.
If I ever go back to Spyro 1, I find myself trying to hover so often. That game would be busted with hover.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we did like half of the break the turtle boxes orb, and we're gonna go backtrack and do the rest of it, which I hope. Oh god! All right, let's just start this over. Let's start this over.
That's the one thing I get so worried about is that jump there, because I'd rather take that section slow. There we go, nice one.
Looks much better.
But what's nice as well with what Zic's doing here is obviously there's a load of gems that he can pick up that he essentially is gone past, but also en route to all of these crates. Some nice big gems as well. Big gems.
What's nice, when you get the last box, the game warps you to the orb challenge, so we can get that really far away one last, and then we don't have to do any walking.
Because you've basically gone from like the beginning of the game, like the beginning of that the beginning of that level to like halfway through that level instantaneously, right? It's really ideal.
Yep, it's really nice.
It's really
that would not be worth it if you had to walk back.
Right, Zic, I've got a question. Are we to see Ocean Speedway?
Never.
Never. Oh, okay. I was curious whether you were implementing it in, and he was trying to hype it up for me for ESA, and I was like, okay, is he getting it in? Is getting it in?
I've been thinking about it, but God, I hate Ocean Speedway. Oh, worst Speedway in Spyro 2.
We saved the speedways for any percent. The any percent without the with the level storage, I should say.
Yes.
That's where you do involve a few flights because there's a little bit of flight manipulation. Well, how do I explain it? With level storage, you're essentially storing a flight level to be able to get supercharged and free flight throughout like the rest of your run, which is what you used to do Ripto skip. But obviously, by banning level storage, essentially by stopping level storage, Zic is going, as I said, he's not going to do Rip the skip. He's going to go straight into the end, making sure he collects 40 orbs along the way. So here's Aquaria Towers, where the world needs to be wet again, basically.
We're going to go... See, this level feels like it wouldn't be that good when you're looking at it. You might be like, man, there's got to be, you know, anything better than this. But you get a lot of gems in this level, and
even very quick orbs as well.
Even any alternative to get to the end of the level quickly still takes a decent amount of time, so it's really not that bad to be doing this. This is probably the worst part.
Well, the
shark
what do you call it? Yeah, the shark. Well, this section's it's an auto scroller. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
It's like the one time the auto scroller you just can't do anything about.
Ooh, auto scrollers. We have time for some donation.
Yeah, actually, that would be a great time.
We've got a few. We have $15 from Nordic Soy. Says, since I can't speak, it only makes sense for me to be a fish. That is a bid towards Magikarp's name in Soul Silver tomorrow morning. We have $200 from 8-Bit Theologian. Zic is an incredible runner and a great friend. It is always a great joy to see him in marathon settings. I know he's going to kill this run. I know I speak for his entire chat when I say, Spot your success. Good luck, friend. There's a Zic3 heart there. Get that emote in the chat.
Thank you, 8-Bit. Love you, friend. Alright, so we're just doing these mantas. These are two nice quick orbs that we can do through this hunter challenge right back to back. And what's nice is we can kind of detour like right here, and we can go collect some gems while we're doing this. So like I said, Aquaria is going to really boast our gem count because we need to be at 500 gems soon so we can buy the climb power up in Autumn Plains.
It's a nice little mini game as well. Just you know, it's at a set pace, and you just have to move it around.
I enjoy this nice chill little break in the run before things just start getting crazy. Oh yeah,
before Crush then starts to make things a lot more spicy.
Grab some last minute gems and we can head on out. So that's every talisman that we need to get within Summer Forest. So now we have to fight a boss before we're allowed to proceed to Autumn Plains. So this will be Crush, and this is what I've been setting up my fodder count for the first 15 minutes of the run.
Your coin count.
My coin count. Sparks is suffering here, but I think it's going to be okay. I usually like to have full sparks here, but you work with what you got.
Crush is also another one of those is one of those bosses that you can kind of abuse damage boosting with a little bit, where you sort of whenever you kind of take a hit, Crush will immediately start his weakness phase essentially. So he'll start moving across to another platform, as you saw Zic is just done there. You flame him, and then rocks come down. He takes a bit of damage. Are you gonna go for a double hit, Zic?
I'm gonna try. I've never gotten it, but sorry, I just kind of got confused there. I'm sure people saw me look confused. I've never gotten 4 sheep on the first drop.
Yeah, that's lucky.
I
That's
was like,
lucky.
what is this? Okay, well, now it doesn't matter that my sparks is a little low, because the game loves me on this day of love. So there is a trick you can do here where you can get 2 hits for one, in one cycle on Crush. I'll try it here, no guarantees.
Is it kind of frame perfect, you say?
Kinda, it's very tough.
Because you have to flame him like immediately, like on the same frame as you're as you get hit.
Right, and then your flame kind of like carries through and hits him, and then when you recover, you get to hit him again, and it counts as 2 hits. But
yeah,
that's a super tight window. So we'll do it like normal, and Crush is dead. Now something neat. Something neat here is that we are going. I've set up my fodders or my sparks so that I have green sparks here, and that's actually intentional because we're going to be doing an intentional death abuse here on the next level, and you are actually you die faster in this game if you have no sparks. Because it's like, if you have sparks, the game's like, you can save yourself, jump out of the water or something. But if you don't have sparks, you just drown immediately. I'm trying to set it up.
I never thought about that when setting up Soul Dupe, to be honest. That's one I've never considered. That's really thoughtful, actually. Heck.
Yeah, so you set up green here, because we're going to hit these rocket bottles coming up. So that takes you down to 0, and then you do the trick.
You do your Soul Dupe. So,
yeah.
I'll explain
you want to
Soul
explain
Dupe
it?
Yeah. So with Soul Dupe, you'll be seeing Zic basically kill a few of these enemies, getting up to a number of 4 souls before basically this next section where he uses the torch to hop onto the next section. Then he's gonna line himself up with these next 2 enemies, flame them immediately, then run back to Zoe, take an autosave, and then do a death abuse. Now what this does is this kind of confuses the game, because the game now thinks, hey, you just got those 2 enemies, but I don't believe that you actually got those. So he now has 6 souls and is able to kill those 2 enemies again. Essentially duplicating essentially those 2 souls, because he needs 15 souls to power up the Superfly power-up, which will basically start off this next minigame, but also he'll be able to use that to completely skip this 200 gem requirement for money bags as well. With a friendly trick known as the height cap break for any SRT runners. It's you'll see that trope in Spyro 1/120, you see that trope in 2NE, and here we are again in 40 orb with a bit of height cap breaking. But here's Draclets right now. Draclets is quite nice. Get a few gems here as well.
Yeah. Now there's a little glitch I'm avoiding here. I always just think it's funny. This 17th Draclet, you can actually kill him first and it's faster, but sometimes he respawns in the whirlwind and he goes to space and then you can never get him.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. He never stops going up. He just goes up and he never comes back down. And then it soft locks the thing. So I did the height cap break there. Most people that watch the run always like to say that it's like the nothing skip because it looks like literally I've done nothing. But there's a lot of really precise movements that go to super flying out of that minigame.
Yeah, with height cap, you basically have to use both D-pad and analog stick at the same time. But you sort of tell the game with the analog stick, I'm going downwards by like a minuscule amount, but then you use the D-pad to sort of counteract that action, while the game still thinks you're going down. It's very intricate, but also really, really neat.
Yeah, there was a time I got that Draclet glitch where the one went to space, and I did height cap break so I could follow him because I wanted to see where he was, and he just keeps going. I went as high as I could. I couldn't catch him.
It's the battle for space, Spyro versus Dracula. Now that should have been a mini game for this game.
Yeah, I like it. So,
Right, so next
this is one of my
up's-
favorite levels in the game.
Yeah, Skelos Badlands. So this what you call it? Fire lizard mini game. There's 2 of them. These are actually quite quick as well. You just basically follow a route of these lizards popping out of their eggs and just flame them in time. But afterwards, Zic has got a very clear wall glide that he's gonna do to get to the end of level. You do that one, right? That's still a thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I'm hoping that, because I didn't know whether they've incorporated the I know T-Cat's bottle warp trick. I don't know if you've seen that one. That's really
Yeah,
really
that
neat, I saw.
I think that's a console route.
Ah,
But for
right.
PC, the wall glide is faster.
Right, so there you are, folks. If you want to learn this category on console, then take a little look and using the rock to try and shoot the mysterious question mark ball to warp you right past that wall. Really, really neat.
It's
you
a
right to
pretty
the end
neat
of the level.
strat.
Yeah, but instead, because again this is PC version that Zic's playing on, I'm gonna do a nice little wall glide getting up to this ledge. 15 orbs already. It's kind of nice.
Nice, we up there.
Cool.
Okay,
We've got a
little
few
weird
more
bonk there.
donations if we have time.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We have $25 from Sunny McSunface. It says, great event, as always. Keep fighting those Alzheimer's. Patience. We have $10 from Nyrasaur. Good luck, Zic. I know your Spyro run is going to be lit.
Thank you, Narisar. So
We have
okay, there we go.
25. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna
Oh.
comment that was really long load.
Long load times? Oh, perfect time for donation. $25 from Anonymous, who says, Spyro has been an important part of my childhood, and it's amazing watching it be run. Also, host's voice is absolutely mesmerizing. Oh, thank you.
So after we've purchased the climb power up here for 500 gems, we can now do some cool climbing, and we can get into the next part of Autumn Plains. We'll start here with Scorch, and this is going to be an extremely short level, which I'm very thankful for, because I hate the orb challenges in this level. Like, they
Yeah.
suck.
This is the only level in 40 or 20% NLS that you don't actually collect any orbs in, right? On like obviously on your route,
Yeah, I think so.
because like for beginners route, I would suggest people to do monkeys, but like the monkey barrels, but that's slow.
Oh.
Like that is quite slow actually.
It's very slow.
Yeah.
There's a nice little wall glide there to get to the button easier.
So yeah, basically Zic needed to press that button to make sure to open up that bridge to get to the end of level section. Otherwise, the game just won't allow him to get anywhere to this final section to get the talisman. Plus, also I should mention as well, the Bob mini game's quite To all you hundo runners out there, oh boy, I feel so sorry for you. That just feels so slow.
There's some orb challenges in this game which just avoid at all costs, and I think we all know them. Cows, trouble with the trolley,
Cowlex, oh boy.
the pencil in Mystic Marsh.
So next up, Zic's got Fracture Hills. Now Fracture is pretty dope of a level, I'd say. It's one of my favorites.
I'm
And
excited for this.
Yeah, because I think Zic's got something neat to show off, which I've not seen.
Yes.
So this would be quite nice to have a little watch of. But Fracture Hills is Scotland, right? I
Yeah.
believe so. Bagpipes, satyrs with the with the Highland accent. Yeah, I think this is accurate description.
So we're going to be doing a strat at the end of this level, where I'm going to be doing a lot of kind of cool work with the supercharged ramp, or the supercharged gate. So I need to kill all these enemies so I can unlock that supercharged gate. Ooh. The bushes are brutal. They will eat you alive.
Very scary.
But this strat is... It's not... I wouldn't say it's the newest thing. This strat was initially kind of discovered by EasyScape. And I have kind of molded and adapted it to be a faster version of said strat. I must give credit where credit is due. I didn't get that pig. I don't think I need him. He can dance. All right.
Pig dance %. Make that a new category.
Bone dance, that's old news. It's pig dance time.
Pig dance now.
So once we free all 6 of the satyrs, that unlocks the talisman. But we're not going to go get the talisman yet. So if you know this level, I'm sure you remember the alchemist mini game. And we're actually going to do, I'm so sick of getting spiked by that guy. We're actually going to do that orb challenge, but in a really neat way. So first, let's do this supercharge. Okay, go. Nice, okay. So we're going to pick up the alchemist orb challenge. And we're going to hit the first earth shaper, and then we're going to get out of here as quick as we can. Let's see if I can... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm getting to show off the strat. I'm happy. So then we're going to go get the talisman.
Oh, wow.
While the alchemist challenge is going on. We've basically kind of despawned everything going on over there. So now when we get back in range of the alchemist challenge, the game kind of has a failsafe where the alchemist gets stuck. It just finishes the challenge for you. So it's assumed that he has gotten stuck, and it's just like, well, failsafe, you win. And we get the orb.
Does this bypass the glitch as well? Because back when...
I never get the glitch like this.
Oh, wow, that's brilliant then. Because there are methods where runners wouldn't do the supercharged section. That's completely new to me. That's the first time I see it, and I was absolutely... I'm pog champing big time because of that, Zic. This is awesome.
And we got the last one, too.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice. I'm really happy that went well.
But yeah, but basically with that, because you can deload and then go back, but if you kind of time it a little bit incorrectly, the game can strip like 7 seconds of gameplay from you by basically panning the camera like really far away because it wants to show you that the dude gets hit, but he doesn't get hit. And then you finish the mini games, but it's still time loss because you basically can't control Spyro or anything. The game just starts thinking, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" But that's a nice way to get around that. No, that's really cool to get around that.
Yeah, because you get out of there really quickly.
Yep.
So now we're at Magma Cone. Magma Cone, we're gonna do the popcorn mini game here, which can go well or it can go badly based on however Hunter likes to play it. But I guess while we're doing this kind of quick, easy mini game, we probably have time for 1 or 2 donations if you got them.
Absolutely. We do have $25 from Cameron Vengeance 220. Since it's Valentine's Day, is it okay to admit I have a crush on Zic? Good luck, my friend. Say hi to Nost for me. Hello. $100 from Lay Tragan, who says, not a lot of grain in this game, but it's still pretty good. Seriously, though, thanks for raising money for a cause close to my heart. Yeah, I think they're talking about if you're near and dear to the crunchy graphics of the PS1, that's what I remember from Spyro the most. It still holds up, though. Nice, you have a crush? Ooh.
Love you, Cam.
Sick.
Oh.
And speaking of grain as well, isn't the popcorn like the closest thing you can get to grain in this game, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about carbs? Yeah, that too. Yeah. I was thinking graphics because it's a remaster.
So now we're gonna do a cool out of because the name of the game is avoid pay money bags. That's the name of the game in this run. So now we're gonna avoid paying money bags for the elevator here in Magma Cone by doing a nice long glide to this retaining wall and just bopping out of bounds and fly into the elevator ourselves. We don't need to pay money bags. We can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, if it isn't my best customer.
And then suddenly you sees it the first time. Who are you again?
Well, if it isn't my first customer.
Then we're just gonna climb this ladder and end the level.
Nice.
Now we're not done yet. We are gonna get one more thing here, and that's the party crashers orb. These poor guys are just trying to have a nice little party, and Spyro is here to just ruin the day.
Yeah, but the whole idea is that they stole the Fawn's party hats, right?
I think they should have just shared. Sharing is
Yeah,
caring.
sharing is caring, folks.
But you know, since the fawns can't share, Spyro has to murder them all apparently.
This is not conflict resolution as I've learned it.
So if you have like 1 or 2 donations while we take out these lava monsters, go for it.
Sure, while you bully those lava monsters, we have $20 from Robo Sparkle, who says, this brings me back to the 4-way 40 orb Spyro 2 race at the very first ESA in 2012. So awesome to see how much the route, the skill, and even the game has evolved. Good luck with the run. We have $5 from Tiny Tim. Hey all, donating for the amazing Spyro 2 run and the fabulous Zic. Good luck on the run, and also shoutouts to the brilliant Nost on commentary. Cheers.
Cheers, Tim.
Thank you.
All right, so we're done with Magma Cone. That was it. Easy orbs, easy level. And where do we... Oh, it's like, wait, where do we go next?
Where do we go next? Shady Oasis. Oh, boy.
Oh.
So, folks, Shady Oasis, first of all, we're going to visit Moneybags again. So, as much as we'd like to avoid Moneybags, this is the one time where we have to pay him again. But when we enter Shady Oasis is basically escort mission, the level, right? Because we have a friend. Her name is Shorty. Shorty needs to get to the big plum tree or something. Shorty likes to eat plums and then turn
Apples?
big. Yeah, something along those lines. But basically we're taking Shorty along this along a path, and basically Shorty has a load of checks that if you are too far away from these checks, I believe there's 6 of them, Shorty will just stand still and wait until you are within a certain range before she is able to start moving again, basically. And I know you've said to me recently, Zic, that you've had a little bit of troublesome times with Shorty, because Shorty can sometimes... She's not doing it today, thankfully, but it looked like that she was looking over that ledge a little bit too comfortably, which is a little bit awkward.
She's like, it's today? Am I gonna soft lock today? Nah,
Yeah,
we're good.
So Shorty can soft lock if she falls off of the edge. That's one definite way that you can get soft lock from her from that. Yeah, but what Zic is doing obviously is flaming these trees to get Shorty over to eat these berries. Shorty then turns massive, destroy these doors because there's no other way to get through the doors than getting Shorty to bash them down, basically.
Yeah, and this whole concept is why it's kind of unfortunate that there's an orb challenge in this level that's actually really fast. It's like there's a head bash challenge where you free the hippos. But the problem is, if you were to backtrack for it, you'd have to do this. You have to kill all the enemies. You'd have to do this whole escort again, and so it kind of I'm getting hit.
It's not very fun and not optimal, but it's a shame.
And you can't even cheese it because it won't even let you begin if you don't have head bash, unfortunately.
I'm also hoping you find a way around this Invisibonk. I always get the Invisibonk when doing this, but I'm hoping you don't get it. Yeah, nice. But also secondly, Zic is going to start the orb minigame within this, which is the 3 wily thieves. I believe Zic is going to be using the rock to basically quickly defeat 2 of them, because you can just swallow the rock and then just spew them out nice and quick. And then the final one, you can have a nice little chase around, but it's not normally it's not extreme fast.
That might miss.
You just kind of kite him around and then get him.
This second thief, I don't even know how you're supposed to do him casually. He is a pain. I'm gonna be a little safe
hard.
here.
You casually, you do it very hard.
I don't know how.
Be honest.
If I miss that rock, I just stand there in disbelief and go, "What do I do now?"
Yeah.
All right. While we're getting this last thing, I'm gonna flame that rocket, so that while Bruno here gives me the orb, the rocket is traveling to blow up the strong chest, so I can drop down and just get some free gems. Thank God that level's done. Slowest part of the run.
Yeah, it's like the one part of the run where you kind of can't help but do it not one of the. It's the quickest way isn't effectively quick. You know what I mean? It's just you have
Yeah.
to follow what the level gives you, and then say if Zic did miss the second rock, and then obviously you have to chase that thief. That thief is not easy to get quick, as well.
Mm-mm.
Not actually,
like
all
to
three of them are
comment-
turning quite hard.
I would like to comment that I am loaded right now. Like, I've got
Yeah,
a lot of gems.
A lot of gems, plenty of gems.
Moneybags is eyeing me up right now.
Yeah, so next up, Zic's going to be buying Zephyr for 400 gems, and I believe you're setting up as well for buying Head Bash, which is 1,000 gems in Hub 3 as well. So you're doing plenty at the moment. And I
need
think
1,400 gems by the end of the level, at the end of the game.
it's a nice little glide there as well. That's the serene glide from the top of the building right to that section there.
All right, so this is a level.
Now, yeah, we've gone from the slowest pace level to probably the quickest pace level because of the amount of tricks that's in it. Oh boy, Zephyr is absolutely fun to go through. So what you're going to see Zic do is going to do a little wall glide to the outer bounds and then completely skip like a whole section of the first part of the level. And then he's going to effectively run to the end of level as quick as he can where the TNT sections are, but he's not going to blow up the TNT because you know what? This is also pacifist run, right? We don't use TNT dynamite to blow up final sections of the level. He's just gonna.
I'm not gonna harm my boy Corporal Glug like that.
Yeah, can't harm Corporal Glug. He's the man, the myth, the legend. Gives you the talisman.
A colander on his head.
Yeah, it's the best helmet, best way of makeshift helmet, right? Colander. Colander %. And then coming straight out of the section, Zic is going to go back to out of bounds again, walking on this this invisible geometry, and then doing the seatless strat, which is essentially similar to like what he does in Hurricos. He's going to do the second half of the mini game, or basically get to the second orb, and then go to the first orb because this is essentially quick. You've just skipped a whole mini game by doing that.
Yeah, those are really. That's like probably the fastest orb in the game right there.
And that's a really quick Zephyr as well that you've just done there. That was
really
really,
good,
really fast. Yeah, that was brilliant. Awesome stuff.
After this, we're going to be going to Breeze Harbor. Breeze Harbor is one of my least favorite levels of the run. You know what I'm going to do? You know what?
What are you thinking?
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. I'm going to do Cat's new cutscene skip in Breeze Harbor.
Okay.
Let's do it.
This would be fun.
Let's have some
something
fun.
I've not seen. Alright, so what's Zic's gonna head over to? He's gonna head over to this orb that's on the section over here, which obviously you got to the wall from, and then gonna be going straight into Breeze Harbor, which is underneath these 210 gems. So cutscene skip, hey?
Cutscene skip. Let's give it a shot. So so what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be getting there's like the shoot the mines orb in this level, which is a huge pain, but it's really fast. So we're gonna be doing that. So before we go get the talisman, I gotta take out a few of these little mines with the cannon.
And the way Zic's gonna be heading to end of level as well in this section is he's going to be jumping on like this very weird like invisible platform that's like right at the top of the window that's like right next to him, and then use that to perfect hover to the top section, jump over to the trolley track, and then use that trolley track to get to the final boat, which is where you have to do to do like a little mini mission to get the talismans. Also, Zic perfectly demonstrating that you cannot collect those gears with just Spyro there.
I had to show it.
Yeah, you have to be on the trolley to get those, which is not consistent with OG, because with OG you can collect them with Spyro without needing to.
Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, he's doing it! Oh.
There we go. I got it.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh my word, that's amazing. I've never seen that before, and that is top tier gaming right there, folks.
That's
amazing.
That's like a callback to OG in a way.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of how they get up there.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was walls around there in that section that you could actually just hover up onto. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, you do sacrifice. Oh no, I didn't miss him. You do sacrifice some gems doing it that way. You either have to go the long way around when you fly from the trolley track to get that 10 gem and lose some time, or you have to sacrifice 20 gems to do it because you don't go around the other side to flame the.
But you did say you're very over gem. You're very over gem, so you're you're playing it safe. Yes. So here, Zic is going to now. Generally, we would have done this after doing Clout Temples, right? But instead, Zic is now going back to the beginning of Summer Forest to collect 2 orbs. He can now backtrack to because he now has swim and climb. 2 very nice and easy orbs, just on their way. So you may as well just pick them up.
Yep. I don't know if I mentioned it though, but shout outs to Toasted Cat for finding that Breeze Harbor end of level strat.
Big shout outs to Toasted Cat actually, because he's helped out a lot with regards to routing. I think all 3 games in Reignited Trilogy because of the amount of strats that he's found and implemented in and routed in to allow us to save absolutely insane time. It's a big shout out.
Yeah, so this is a new routing decision I made where because I learned if you get all 14 talismans and warp away, you can come back and the game, I just said maybe later. The game still warps you to Gulp, so it's a good time to backtrack and do all that stuff, which I really like. Yeah, I was like, she's like, you want to play Gulp? I was like, not really.
See, Zic's just channeling his inner 40-year-old runner by realizing he's about to fight Gulp, and it's like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. Here comes Gulp. This is where the run could go south.
This is where it all goes down.
Yeah, so Gulp is
okay.
Do we call him? Oh, what's happening? Is everything alright?
Just do whatever you want, Gulp.
Oh, what?
Just do whatever you want.
So yeah,
this is your world.
So as much as this boss is awful and difficult casually, he's just as bad to speedrun because he can do his own thing, like you've all just seen there, and these pterodactyls don't really. After phase 3, so basically you get 1 phase of only barrels, you get 1 phase of only bombs, and then you get 1 phase of only rockets, which Zic will be setting up for a double rocket. You can be setting up for triple rocket, or just double?
Triple rocket.
You set up for triple, he's going to be playing it very hardcore mode, folks. But anyway, after the rocket phase, then the pterodactyls will throw anything down. And if they throw anything down, it's all down to essentially randomness and RNG, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh,
I got it, but I got hit and I couldn't pick up the rocket. Oh, that sucks. Oh well.
Well,
that's what makes that strat hard. That's what makes that strat really hard, is there's just a lot of variables at play, which can be tough sometimes. What are you? You're a bomb. I can take that.
You've definitely demonstrated the concept, though, there, because that's essentially what you had to do, is that was a timing thing where you had to basically get Gulp to essentially hit down and break the egg as soon as the egg is about to open up. It's like perfectly timed.
Yeah, if Gulp tries to destroy a power-up while the egg's in its hatching animation, the animation takes priority, and so it doesn't despawn. What do we got? Oh, this is nice.
Gulp also has a very special ability as well. If he tries to eat a power-up and you basically hit him as he's eating the power-up then shrinks and becomes really small and dainty, which is quite a cute thing to do.
Oh well, little unfortunate there, the Gulp chase. Gulp chasing here is not the best. You kind of want him to just sit in the middle and shoot at you. Because like he did there, I was setting up to shoot a bomb and he chased me and he just literally yeeted the bomb out of the arena. This is a tough fight. I mean, this is a fight where you have to work with what you're given. I mean, sometimes you're just not given, like here, I have 2 barrels. I can't really do anything with this. I could take single hits, but that's pretty slow.
And this is why in 40 over 90% and less, it's kind of, this category sort of, it's, how do I explain it? Has no patience. What just happened?
I got 4 barrels in a row. We're just gonna take one and go.
See, and this just shows how much you can get absolutely gypped by this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such a shame.
This is pretty normal. It's okay. We just need 1 more hit and we're free.
But like, sadly, again, with Gulp, you can be on a really good run up until this level where it's anything goes. and anything goes could be the worst thing in existence.
Yeah, I had a run that was like a minute ahead yesterday going into Gulp, and I came out +7, and I was like, this is incredible.
But here you are, Zic. You're out of Gulp here, heading
Right, out
over
of
into
Gulp.
Hub 3. Let's go. So next up is Mystic Marsh, which is going to be a nice, quick end of level skip as well. Quite like this little end of level coming up here.
Yeah, this is a nice level. My gems are still pretty good. I think I can cut this level a little short. This is a little change I've also done recently, where I've changed the kind of winter tundra gem routing. So I only got one vase coming into Mystic Marsh, and I'll get the rest of the gems on the way out, and I'll go a different direction. So let's just do a quick end of level skip. There's a little spot on that wall you can stand on to jump up to the end of level. So you can get this orb and just leave. That's it. That's all we. Everything else on that level is way too long to do.
Another thing we should mention as well, Zic has got 14 talismans already, because that was the requirement you need to get basically into Gulp. Now all of the levels, when you go to the end of the level, the NPC will now only give you orbs. So what Zic is going to be doing is getting to a lot of these end of levels, collecting orbs, because basically the game realizes, okay, you're going to need to get to 40 orbs now to get to Gulp. So hence why these NPCs will only give you orbs now.
Now this is one of my favorite levels of the run. This level looks awesome. This This is PC exclusive. First thing is amazing. Perfect. Good stuff.
What's
That's such a
brilliant-
flashy strat.
It is so flashy, and I'm gonna be honest, it's not even the hardest strat of the lot of them either. You know what I mean? It's just charge straight forward and then just position yourself perfectly, and boom, you're there.
Whoa, hey, you were supposed to hype me up there. You're supposed to be like, that was the hardest thing that anyone's ever done.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was marathon luck, folks. He managed to get that perfectly. Oh my word.
Flawless.
Everyone's favorite guy,
Agent Zero,
Zero.
which you are going to manipulate massively.
We are.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start Agent Zero, and then what I'm gonna do is kind of utilize that cutscene to get an up warp here to the end, and we're gonna finish the level while Agent Zero is doing his thing, and we're gonna get the end of level orb. And now at this time, Agent Zero has gone too far, and he's like, you can't catch me, and he warps you back to him. So then we can just start his minigame immediately. Perfect.
Yeah, very ideal. And hopefully
And
you
then-
don't get any interesting things like Agent Zero ascending. I don't know if you've seen any of the Agent Zero, Jack, but there is a
Oh, I have. It's bad.
there's a nice little jank compilation of some very interesting things that has happened within like a lot of speedrunners, and specifically with this mini game, he can sometimes go off of his path and just start like T-posing out of nowhere, which is quite fun. But
I think I'm one gem under.
oh, no way.
I think
Just
I'm one gem. Just one. I think I'm one gem short. 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm one gem short.
Oh, calling it close, folks. It has to get a
Look at
one gem
this.
in the home world.
Look at this. One gem. Where do we get one gem? We can't get that head bash just because we don't have head bash yet.
Home world,
that's
I
funny.
guess.
I guess.
I know there's a 10 gem vase that's on the
I might have to get the
left
10.
Oh, you can't get perfect gem count. Oh, runs
No.
over. Runs over.
dead.
Zic. Oh,
Wrap it
no.
up. You just take over. Just start Spyro 3. It's over. Yeah, this 10 is the best choice.
Next
That's
up, we'll be heading
unfortunate.
over. Yeah, that's a shame. But next up, you'll see Zic will be getting head bash, going into Metropolis, and then heading over to the orb minigame. Do you think this would be a good moment as well, Zic, to try and squeeze in probably a few more donations as well towards this part of the run?
Absolutely, because we're
Yeah.
just gonna blast through Metropolis like normal.
Get on in here, bratters.
You've got it. $5 from Stepkey with a good luck Zic. We have $40 from Shayoth. $20 for Zic being an amazing runner and amazing friend. And $20 to offset the future bullying I'm gonna put him through. Thank you, Shayoth. Look forward to that. $10 from Nally. That's some weird looking grain you're collecting. Some sort of spear variety. Good luck on the run, Zic. And awesome commentary from Nost, as always.
Thanks.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Love you
I was
guys
looking
so
at the
much.
bid incentives. We're more than halfway to a Crash Bash, like a no movement. Kind of Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing. Space Bash Crystal for Crash Bash any percent. We're more than halfway through that, so that'd be really fun to see.
I
My
love
chance
Crash
of winning
Bash.
that by
Yeah,
I
brilliant.
remember. I always pick Tiny.
I always used to go for Dingo Dial. Oh. That would keep my bro Hypno happy.
So
Right.
the one singular piece of movement tech we are doing in this level is there's a thing you can do called fast head bashing, which you're seeing me do, where you can press charge and then head bash immediately after, and it cuts the head bash animation like in half.
I'll be using a little bit of that as well within Spyro 3 coming up after this run as well. So you'll be seeing a lot of that as well. But as you saw, Zic had done the Ox minigames. Nice. You managed. It played nice today, which is good to see. It's very, very good to see.
You'll love to see that.
Yeah. And then next up, you've got the WFO minigame, which basically what Zic has to do, he has to go through, fly across, flame these UFOs in their cycles. And yeah, they're just on a nice set path. Two nice, very... Actually, this is probably the most orb-rich minigame. No, the orb-rich level, I should say, in the whole game.
You get 4 in this level.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah. You're probably getting the number of orbs you get by doing the whole of... In the same amount of time you're doing the whole of Shady Oasis in this level.
Probably.
Yeah.
Cool. And once we're done with that, we're going to exit. So now we're going to sweep up some of the orbs that are lying around in Winter Tundra. Then we have Robotica Farms, and then it's on our way to Ripto. We're almost at the end here.
Oh, Robotica Farm's got my favorite part in the game. You're definitely still doing that bit, aren't you? Yes.
Yes.
My favorite. That's the main part of a 40-orb run that's the best. It's just hearing Farmer Appleby just say the best line.
So we're going to swim under here, and there's the waterfall orb. And what we're going to do here is we're going to quit game and continue, because if you quit and continue the game, it starts you at the start of the home world. So this just saves us that movement to get back to the start, because now we need to get my favorite orb in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because I've missed this orb many a times. The big rock. Got it. Good. I get harassed so often. People are like, how do you miss that? It's the biggest rock in the level.
It's just like Bruno in Spyro 1, okay?
Yup,
Like, you can run
like
right
Bruno.
past Bruno. You can run right past Bruno and don't even realize that, he was right there. So, like, that's the Bruno orb, right? Must be the Bruno
that's exactly it. Also, the top of the Robotica Farms portal doesn't have collision, so you can just charge down from the wall and enter the portal. Okay, I guess I'm hitting that. Oh, what's happening? Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. So we need to unlock the supercharged power up at the end of the level. So I need to kill all these.
Is this also 15 souls?
Yes, it's also
Yes.
15. Cool. So we need to be killing every bug along the way. Check out some. These hornets are brutal. Yeah, like this guy just demonstrated. They will eat you alive if you let them. But forget the hornets, because it's time for everyone's favorite NPC.
Oh boy.
Farmer Appleby.
Probably just my favorite, to be honest.
Muffield?
Muffield!
Oh, we love that guy. Yeah. So then we're gonna get that one. That hornet's too high for us to flame, so we are gonna do a quick little perfect over here to get the end of the level, and that guy will be our 15th enemy. Now I'm gonna get these sheep because I need to be at full sparks for Ripto. I don't want to go into Ripto with a half sparks.
And then we've got the final orb coming up.
The 40th orb.
40th orb, which is the supercharged tractor minigame. I call it the tractor minigame purely because you're basically running along a tractor track, supercharging a load of pumpkins. Or is it pumpkins? It's pumpkins, isn't it?
They're pumpkins.
Yeah, they're pumpkins. Tractor track. What's Nost on about? Deary me.
And then 40 orbs. We exit the
40
level.
orbs.
And we can now enter Ripto's arena.
Right, Zic.
Also-
I'm
Yes.
gonna, if it's all right, because I'm gonna need to get attired up a little bit.
Yes.
Best of luck for Ripto. But hopefully I can get myself changed quick enough to see. Or be
I got
right back
this.
for the end. Okay, so
I
I'll be
got
right
this.
back, folks. Okay. And good luck, Zic.
I'm so excited for what he's
Praying
gonna
for
do.
phase 1.
So we're gonna be entering here in Ripto's arena. Ripto's broken up into 3 phases. The first phase, he's by himself. The second phase, he's on Mecha Gulp, and the third phase, he's flying around an arena. So, the first phase, ideally. So, all right, let's start with the mechanics. Hunter's gonna be dropping orbs throughout this fight, and when you get 3 of them, whatever color orb the third one is the power up that you receive. So for the first phase of Ripto here, I really want to. I want to save this. I really want a red orb. I don't think this is gonna work. I'm gonna try, but I think he's getting that red. He's definitely getting that. Okay, that's fine. But I really would like a red orb. Oh, we got one here. Okay, so I'm gonna hover this red orb and try and get Ripto to come here. Maybe. Come on, come on, come on. There. So now I could kind of bully Ripto with this fireball power up. That was a little slow, but it's okay. The blue is a supercharged power up, and the green is like this lobbing power, which just kind of sucks.
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Kitted up.
We're ready. We're entering phase 2, and this is Mecha Gulp. Now, Mecha Gulp, you can kill Mecha Gulp in one use of the power ups, but I need Hunter to drop me a blue for my third. If not, any power up will do here. But the blue is how I can kill him in one go ahead. And Hunter just threw nothing, so we're just gonna kind of chill here for a second.
You can do that sometimes. You'll just do fake throws.
Yeah. Come on, Hunter. Let me show the people a blue. Okay, you're gonna do this. I'll just. He didn't show up to perform.
See, who's the real boss in this final fight? Is it really Ripto or is it Hunter? Right?
It's absolutely Hunter.
It's Hunter.
All right, so we'll just do them in 2 cycles because Hunter doesn't want to get. I didn't get a single blue.
Wow.
And so phase 3, the power-ups are gone. We just use Super Flame, and this is very consistent. Time is going to be on the final hit to Ripto, so if we're ready for that, that'll be in like 30 seconds. This is nice phase because if you hit him in the correct spots, you can kind of predict where he's going to move next and kind of, like I said, bully him a little bit like I am right now. There we go. That was really good first, like 4 or 5 hits. And there's a hit, and time.
GG.
There we go.
Well done.
All right, and there it is. That is Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Thank you, Nost, for the commentary.
That's
I hope
all
everyone
right.
enjoyed the run.
Yeah.
And don't worry, everybody. We get to keep the trend going with, we're going to go right in to Spyro 3 after this. Nost will be doing a run of Spyro 3. So make sure you stick around and watch that. That run is awesome. That is a really cool run.
Yeah, it's funky. It's a good one.
But yeah, I think that's all for me. Thank you for having me, and I'm glad I got to show this off. I really love this game in this category.